Yo, what's going on? It's your man, this is Mac. Usually, I don't really talk about these situations, especially dealing with this whole Michael Brown incident. But CNN had posted a video of supposedly, okay, I'm just fucking up everything in here. Supposedly been Michael Brown before he got shot, when he was in the store and he was basically manhandling I guess the owner of the store. And at that point, I still didn't see him with a weapon. So my argument was, okay, he isn't a saint, because everyone was posting, oh, I guess he's not a good guy after all, and he's not such a good boy. I mean, they tried the same thing with Trayvon Martin. Like, I admit, every time a child, and I do say child speaking from their parents' point of view, if a child passes away, whether they're 18, whether they're 22, whether they're 30 years old, whether they're 16, 17, or 18 years old, the parent is going to say they were a good child. That was my baby. They did nothing to no one. You're interviewing a parent about their child, and probably their youngest of all, or if not only child. And of course they're going to tell you the good things, or what sounds good, or what's right to say, because they believe he or she is looking down on them and listening to them say these words about them. And it's an emotional state of mind. I mean, it's a child, so you're going to think positive things when your child is now deceased from being shot from another human being. And on these posts from CNN, all I was reading was, I mean, it was sarcastic things like, oh, I guess he could have been Obama's son too, because I remember Obama said Trayvon Martin was his son, stuff like that. And like, all I see in these posts is like, oh, I guess that could have been Obama's son too. And they were like, oh, great, he's a thug, he deserved this. I'm going to try to look it up, because I was going back and forth on these fucking posts, and it was ridiculous how people react to this stuff. The things that they say about people that is dead, that has passed away, that, I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. And let me see. Now this is what I wrote, if I can get to it. Okay, this is what I wrote. I said, now that we all know that he wasn't a saint, that everyone say their kids are once a tragic happens, but okay, he was wrong for stealing, but he also, and let me remind y'all, this is before the news came out that it supposedly had been some type of tug of war with the cop gun and Michael Brown, and that's the reason why he got shot and all that stuff. This is when the video footage came out about him, I guess, stealing cigars from the convenience store. And I said, okay, once a tragedy happens, but okay, he was wrong for stealing, but he was also robbing a store unarmed. No, it wasn't money, it wasn't liquor, but nonetheless, it was still robbing. So I'm still confused on why this video had to be released, unless it's more proof that he wasn't armed, because being shot and killed by a police officer was not the type of payback for stealing some cigars. It's bad enough they shot him once to get his attention, but then they shot him again and again after he gave himself up. Doing bad to a worse situation don't make things better. Now that's what I had said. And the replies that I got back, he was trying to take the police officer's gun, that's why he was shot, things like that. Now let me read some of the ignorant shit. Did Obama and Sharpton see this? They need to apologize to the American people. What a fine young man now show the policeman's injury received just prior to the shooting. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I really don't. The story changes so fucking much. And this person wrote, "What a good kid. Could have been Obama's son." I mean, they're mocking our president. I mean, I really don't give a fuck about the president. But they're still mocking the president just to throw jabs at what's going on. You know, and someone wrote, "1 dead, 8 shot in Chicago just last night. Will Obama, talk about that?" Most likely no. This is something that made world. The media pick and choose what makes the world news. That's just how it goes. They come together. They probably want more views than this station and more views than that station, but nonetheless, they all know they come together when it's something they say, we got to make this big. CNN, CBS, Fox News, all the fucking news, NBC and ABC, all that shit, they are trying to make this a big thing, just like they did with Trayvon Martin. People get shot and killed every fucking day. Different ages, different races. Cops kill motherfuckers every fucking day. Different reasons, different races, different reasons, period. But they're always going to pick one specific thing and it's going to blow up. Trayvon Martin isn't the first Trayvon Martin. Mike Brown isn't the first Mike Brown, and he won't be the last Mike Brown. And I'm not technically talking about Mike Brown for some of you slow motherfuckers out there. I'm talking about he is not going to be the first young black man that will be struck down, not only by his own kind, because we do that to each other already. It's worse enough at that. But there's going to be people, men and women, who are going to get struck down by police officers. That's going to be thrown in jail by judges just because of their race, or just because a personal issue that someone had in their past that you reminded them of. This is the type of shit that's going to happen. Trayvon Martin, that's not the first time that ever happened to a kid, and it's not going to be the last time. But the media know how to blows it up, and us as a race, we know how to suck it in. If it wasn't no riot going on out there, if people wasn't looting and things like that out there, this shit wouldn't be in the news. No one would want to talk. It'll be a normal fucking young guy got shot. Oh, the fuck well, let's move on in other news now. That's how it goes. That's how this fucking country works. But when you see photos of tear gas and people standing and protesting and trying to fight back and looting and doing all this Rodney King shit, we're back in the trend. Now Facebook is going to talk about it. People are going to want to join in. People are going to want to fit in. This is not working. Stealing out of convenience stores, that's not going to help save that guy. That's not going to help make his family feel better. Which, remind you, his family asked for a peaceful protest. But they don't give a fuck. All they see is free shit to go steal. So just as ignorant as we are, is ignorant on the other half that this is what the social media is making us. This is what the media has come to take advantage of the ignorance that runs through our culture. And don't get it confused. I'm not even really talking about our race. Sorry if you feel like I'm just talking about us as black people, but I mean us as this era of people. People 60 and 70 years old right now, they mind their own fucking business. They probably talk about it amongst themselves, but they're not going to be in the street looking to rob shit and steal out of their own community. They're not doing that. The older ones are protesting the right way. And now they're saying they not sure if that was Mike Brown in the fucking video. And even if it was Mike Brown in the video, I didn't see no fucking gun, so he was unarmed. But now they're saying that Mike Brown tried to take the cop's gun, and that's why he got shot. Now, this is a problem I have. I can't speak for every fucking body, but I can speak from experiences. Just period. Just generally speaking. Now, it doesn't make any sense. You just stole some cigars. Bear with me now. I want y'all to put yourself in Mike Brown's place right now. Let's just say you're a mean motherfucker at this point. You're like, fuck it. This old ass, small, foreign guy, he can't whip my ass. I'm stealing these cigars. I got some weed I want to roll the fuck up, and I ain't got the money to pay for this shit. And if he step to me, I'm a strong arm his ass, and he's gonna walk the fuck off, and I'm going home and roll the shit up. Okay. You take the cigarettes, the cigars. You in possession of the cigars. You walk the fuck out. You walking in the middle of the street. Police see you in the middle of the street, and they go, hey, fellas, can you get out of the middle of the street? And you like, fuck that. And you still walking in the middle of the fucking street. Does that make any fucking sense to you? Because if a cop turn around, number one, you about to shit on yourself because you realize you just stole not 5 minutes ago. So you're thinking this motherfucker must have called the police that fucking quick. But technically he didn't call the police at that time, because the police didn't even know that he was a thief in the store. The police just wanted these two motherfuckers to get out of the fucking street. But they say Mike Brown basically was like, fuck that, ignoring the shit, like, don't worry about this nigga. And you still walking in the street. No, the first thing someone would do that is guilty of stealing and don't want to go to jail is say, okay, officer, I'm sorry, have a nice day. If you done something wrong, if you ran a red light and the motherfucking cops pull you over and say, hey, just want to let you know your tail light was out. Oh, well, I didn't even know that, officer. Thank you very much. Okay, have a good day. Thank you. You're not going to say, nigga, you stopped me for a fucking tail light. Get the fuck out of here. No. You don't want a fucking ticket, do you? No, you don't want a fucking ticket. So you're not going to talk shit to the goddamn cops after stealing something. So to me, it seemed like something just ain't adding up here. Something just not adding up. You stealing, you don't want to go to jail. The police stop you. It's not for what you think they're stopping you for, but you ignore the fucking police. And then, as an 18-year-old kid, you try to grab the cop's gun? Is it me, or are they trying to make it look like Mike Brown wanted to get locked up or killed? That's the way they're making it out to be. See, if we keep blaming these cops, not blaming these cops, but if we keep on exposing these cops, it's going to make our system look bad, which we can all agree on. Our system is fuck the fuck up. It really is. So by our system being fuck the fuck up, now it's time for them to fight back. So they're going to make up whatever they can. They're going to say whatever they can. Okay, he had bruises. They showing the cop, what happened to him and all this bullshit. In the car? In the fucking car? They said he tried to grab the cop's gun. Let's say that shit was true. He didn't grab the cop's gun, though. He wasn't successful with that. He got loose. He ran. The cop shot. Mike Brown gave himself up. He said, okay, you got me. I'm on the fucking ground. You got me. I fucked up. I stole these cigars. My nigga done already ran. He's faster than me because I'm kind of big, so I can't fucking run. Plus, you shot me already. You got me. And then you walk up to him and you realize, okay, he tried to grab my gun, so clearly he don't have a gun, which means now I can use this motherfucker. I see if you try to grab your gun when you aiming at him, telling him get the fuck down, and then he grabbed your gun and it went off. Okay, but he tried to grab your gun when y'all was in the car. Well, my bad. You was in the car. He was on the outside of the car. And how the fuck do you try to grab a police officer's gun inside the car? I need motherfuckers to look deeper into it. I need to know what side of the holster the gun was in. Was it on his right side? Was it on his left side? Because if it was on his right side, that means Mike big ass had to jump all through the fucking car just to get on that other side of your waist to grab the gun. So that's something else motherfuckers need to investigate in. But I'm pretty sure they'll bring that up in trial at some point. But like I said, he wasn't successful in grabbing the gun. So after you shot him the first time, okay, you shot him the first time. Alright. Maybe that'll make you kind of lose your badge or suspend you for a couple of months. Or maybe it was the right fucking call. I don't know. You already shot him in the leg. He already gave up. Even if he did try to grab the gun a minute prior to that, he wasn't successful. It was an attempt that failed. You are a cop. You have him now. You have him. So you shot him, I guess, in the leg. He went to the ground, fell on his knees, put his fucking hands up. You still shoot him in the fucking chest, and I believe in the face a couple of times, without even saying, dude, what the fuck is your problem? Why would you do that? No, that's the part where you go, get on the fucking ground. Get on the fucking ground. Shut the fuck up and get on the fucking ground. You try to grab. You could have beat his ass. You didn't have to fucking shoot him 6 or 7 goddamn times. Looking him in his fucking eyes. Why would you do that? Why? No matter how you look at this situation, whether he tried to grab the gun a minute ago, or whether he did strong arm a clerk or the owner of the fucking store and stole a box of fucking cigars, either way you look at it, it wasn't worth his life. If he was successful grabbing the gun and you got it back, okay, self-defense. It's not self-defense once he turned his back on you and fucking run. That's when you're supposed to do your fucking job, get out the fucking car, and chase his ass down. But you took the easy way out and you shot him, which you still had enough time to get out of this situation, but you end up shooting the motherfucker again and again and again. How the fuck is that understandable to shoot and kill that kid? Yes, looking at his size, he didn't look like a fucking kid. He looked like a full-grown linebacker for the fucking New Orleans Saints. Yes, he did. But truth be told, he was a fucking kid. And when you shot his ass, he was fucking scared. He turned around, put his hands up. That is a sign. That's the first fucking thing the cop says after freeze. That's what freeze means. Freeze means stop. Then he go, put your hands up. Put your hands in there. I don't even know if he said that or not. I just know Mike Brown just knew the routine and said, fuck it, I'm shot. I can't move no more. I'm turning around, getting on my knees, put my hands up. I seen this shit happen before. Because I'm going to tell you this. If I knew I'm going to end up getting shot in my motherfucking face, if I turned myself over to the cops when I realized I fucked up, I'd rather grab your gun and shoot your motherfucking ass as well. Yes, I'm talking about if I was in Mike Brown's position. Because basically, if he would have grabbed that gun and been more successful, maybe he would still be alive. But since he didn't grab the gun, he wasn't successful. He didn't. Now, if you are just a human being with a gun, a licensed concealed weapon, and someone tried to grab it from you and you fear for your life, then you shoot. But you are an officer. You are trained to understand you don't have to shoot to kill. You don't. You are a trained officer. You shot him in the leg. He's still alive. He's not going nowhere. You can lock him up now, and you can charge him for that shit and let him do a very long time in prison. But you shoot him from a distance, then you walk up closer and shoot him even more. It makes no fucking sense. I'm sorry, it really doesn't. But you know what? That's the type of world we live in today. That's the type of fucking world we live in. Yes, I'm pretty sure black officers have shot white citizens at some point. It don't make the news like this. It don't happen this way. People don't go deep into the story. It's not a big blogger's attention. But why is this specifically something to be targeted? Why is this worldwide? Trayvon Martin, worldwide. Rodney King, worldwide. The beginning of the end, it isn't here, but it's in progress. I can see it. It might take another 20 years, but it's in progress. They're trying to piss us people off so much where the old ages come back to life. Where you start seeing the German Shepherds attacking the blacks and possibly the other races like, I don't know, Mexicans and, you know, Hispanics, all that shit. It's coming. You can see it. They're trying to repeat history all over again. All over. The question, the thing that fears me the most is, are we prepared? I don't think we are. We're not prepared. Without YouTube, without Facebook, without Twitter, without Instagram, without fucking texting and phone messages, we're done. We have nothing. Everything we learned back in high school and middle school ain't gonna mean shit right now. It's not. All the shit we stored up here is stored in this shit now. You lose this shit, we're fucking done. So if you think it's going to come a point where us black people will rise, we've already lost this shit. Because we're so fucking far into this trending of the media. Whatever the fuck they want to do, we so busy. And it's not just us. I'm not even going to say just black people. It's this era. That's why they say us from the 80s and the 90s, we are the last of the real breed. Well, we're the last of a dying breed. If you grew up in the 90s, I mean grew up in the 90s. I'm talking about when the Cosby Show was actually on air. Not playing repeats. It was the new episode of The Cosby, the new episode of Martin, the new episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the new episode of Full House. You grew up in the 90s. Now, just because you were born in 95 doesn't mean you're a 90s baby. I'm talking about people who had to grow up in the 90s. But the people who are 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000s, this is your era. This is your era. All y'all who are 20 and below, this is your era right here. And this is why it's so fucked up. This is y'all era. It's music that's taking control now. You see it on TV, you want to be it. You hear it on the radio, you want to act like it. You motherfucking, you see it on Facebook trending, you want to join in. No one's speaking their mind now. They're speaking in character. The character that you wish you could be instead of being who you are meant to be. It's hard to identify ourselves now. It is horrible. This is the world. This is what the world's coming to. We don't care about nobody else. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Always been that way, but now it's even worse. You can't trust your friends no more. Your family is getting smaller. Your circle's getting tighter. I mean, circle's getting so tight, you turn around, you only see yourself. Blink twice, you might not even be there anymore. This is a fucked up time. It's a fucked up place, and we are brainwashed. We are. Too much TV, not enough reading. Too much assuming, not enough thinking. Too much typing, not enough talking. And then we're dealing with so many fucking hypocrites. We're dealing with so many hypocrites. We're dealing with so much people. We're dealing with too many people judging each other. We're dealing with too many people who just think about themselves. They're not thinking about nobody else. It's a fucked up world. This is it. Even on YouTube. You got people on YouTube who wouldn't even, you know, hey, you guys go subscribe to him. He's cool. They think you're taking away their fucking subscribers. It's a dog-eat-dog world. All this shit is politics. When you get some type of success on here, it's all politics. They smile in your face just because they want you to, you know, feel, hey, this is a good guy, but you don't hear from them no more. You don't hear from people no more. They say what sounds good. They talk a good talk. When it comes to proving a point, nothing. You got people out there who rather text you than call you. You got people out there who say, hey, you never know when someone needs your help. What happened to Robin Williams? He just needed someone to talk to, and this and that and that. You motherfuckers don't know what really happened to him. Like, you don't know what was going on in his head. You know what happened, but you don't know what he was thinking. But it makes people think, oh, you know, if someone needs your help, just call people sometimes. Just call. But these are the same motherfuckers who won't pick up the phone to call you. People can't look in the mirror these days. They quick to look at you and judge. They quick to look at others and judge. They quick to sit and have a whole motherfucking video dedicated to talking about others. But when it comes to them, they're just as perfect. And the most perfect people say these words. I know I'm not perfect. Try fixing your flaws. You don't have to be perfect, but you can still be the perfect you. There's no such thing as a perfect human being, because we're all perfect human beings. We're made perfectly exactly what we were supposed to be made like. You can be handicapped, you can lose your legs, you can have a gimp, you can walk with a gap, you can look like anything in this motherfucking world, but I will still identify you as a human being. This video is supposed to have been 5 fucking minutes long, and I'm about 30 minutes into this bitch. I'm sorry for venting, but I had to. I barely do these type of topics, so just guess I'll go all in. It's not a white or black thing. It's a right and wrong thing. some of y'all need to take your own advice. Everybody keeps saying it's a way Mike Brown could have got out of this if he would have did this or did that, which is true. But it's still a way that they both could have came out alive. And that's if the cop would have thought of a different way of handling that. I can't say Mike Brown was right for what he done if he did it. Not stealing cigars, but attempted to steal the gun or fought the cop while he was in his car. But I can tell you it was wrong for him to be dead this given day. Alright, YouTube. It's Friday night. I don't know. I love y'all. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you thumbs up this video. If you didn't like it, thumbs down it. I don't know. If you have a different outlook on it, leave me a comment. Alright? Love y'all. Take care.